What's the word, everybody? This is Darnell Kirkwood, and these are just my thoughts. This segment right here, I'm going to title, You Decide. You decide when you want to unleash your talent. All of us have a talent inside of us that, man, it's crazy how you really can define it. You know what I mean? I've always had a competitiveness about me, but it wasn't until my older brother, playing one-on-one basketball in the courts and seeing his success and his popularity and his love from his ability to play the game of basketball, seeing it from his friends and that whole social aspect, it made me and my competitive nature come out. And I wanted to have that same type of love. I seen the love that he was getting, and I wanted to have that same type of love, if not more. So I challenged him all the time and try to battle. And I feel like at the end of the day, those battles where he would never let me win. He would he would always call foul, and if he fouls you, it was not a foul, all those type of things. And it's hard to beat a person like that. It challenged me not only physically to win the game, but mentally to dig deeper into my competitive nature and still find a way to finally win the game. And I finally learned how to beat him when I got older or whatever and got a little better at the game. That competitive nature, went from the courts, the outdoor courts, playing one-on-one with my brother, to everyday life. I had a chick in high school that me and her, we used to battle each other on grades. She ended up being the valedictorian, but I give her credit for that. I will never take credit away, but I never put studies, my homework and stuff like that. I was always good with tests and all that, but homework, I was mad and organized. But when it came to a test, I would challenge her every time to try to see who could get the better grade. Shout out to Leslie on that. With that being said, it's a decision that you have to make. There's so many things that you can do, but there's only a few things that you're actually talented at. Once you find that talent, you decide when you're going to unleash it. When are you going to let it break through and become a part of you? Because you have that gift, but you have it stored. It's called potential. You hear the word potential all the time. You decide when you're going to let that potential become kinetic energy. And it's a beautiful thing when you start to explore it, because it becomes like second nature. It becomes so natural for you. It's almost unreal. It's a beautiful feeling. Realize that you're gonna fail sometimes, and that's as a human, that's one of the hardest things, and that's probably, if I look up the statistic, I'm quite sure failure is the biggest statistic of people's fears. But you got to understand that you have to take the biggest risk to get the biggest risk. So if you want something out of life, you're gonna have to risk a lot of things for it, and you're gonna fail along the way, and not prepare to fail, but understand that failure is what it is, but it's your reaction. It's your reaction to adversity that defines you. When you're going to make that potential become kinetic. When you're going to go from average basketball player to a star basketball player. When are you going to become average scientist to curing the cure for cancer? When are you going to come from a local governor to the president of the United States? Instead of being an average teacher, saving so many lives by being the best teacher. All these type of things you have to unleash and make it happen. Sometimes there's so much stored energy inside of you that it turns into anger, because it's like a caged bird ready to be unleashed. And you sitting there holding it in. Holding it, keeping it caged up. It want to go out and spread its wings, but you ain't letting it. That's your fault. Your dreams is being suffocated. It's being choked. And it's trying to breathe. You know what I'm saying? It's trying to breathe. It's trying to come out. But you sitting here trying to choke the joint. What you doing? Let the joint breathe. Let it marinate. Let it talk to some people. You know what I mean? Let it sit here and enjoy life. You know what I mean? So this is to you. Find your talent, unleash it, let it fly, let it do its thing, let it marinate into those juices and make it the dopest thing ever. You dig what I'm saying? All right, again, this is Darnell Kirkwood. And these are just my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Twitter at Darnell Kirkwood, Darnell Kirkwood, Kirkwood. You know what I mean? And don't forget to smile.